So at the beginning of every single drawing, you want to inspect its shapes and what tools you might actually be using. So in this one, you could draw this several different ways. Some people would use the arc tool, arc this thing all the way around, and then try to use another arc into a straight line, into arcs, and so on and so on. Okay, I look at this and I just say, hey, here's an easy circle, here's an easy circle, 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 straight line, and then trim, straight line, and trim. And then when those line and that curve comes together, we just fill it, fill it. So look at this several different ways. Maybe try it a couple different ways. I'm going to just draw it the way I just described, and you're going to see how quick this is. So pull this over to your other screen and start out by making a new part. Go ahead and change your units to mmgs. Be on the Sketch tab, select Sketch and Front Plane, and get your circle tool. Draw a circle right off of the origin. Draw another one right off the origin, but a little bit bigger. Zoom out, and over here to the right, draw two more circles, sharing the same center point. Okay. Then get your line tool and click on the top yellow dot of this circle. Draw straight across till you hit the other circle. Notice this made this tangent by clicking that yellow dot, and it's a horizontal line. So do the same thing again, but this time start on your left circle on that yellow dot, straight across into this one. Then you can hit escape to get off of your line tool. You can get the trim entities button, make sure it's set to trim to closest. Trim the inside of both of these. Hit the green check. And now this line is actually straight across from our origin. So you can kind of see that in the picture. You almost have to assume it, but you see the center mark that goes through this whole entire thing. It kind of comes out to here and it's in line with that. So those are horizontal from one another, and so is this right here. So go ahead and select this line, hold in Shift, and click the origin. And although it's horizontal, what we actually want here is the coincident. So that would be saying that this line, if it were to continue, would connect into that dot. That's why we're using the coincident. So do the same thing down here. Hold in Shift, center point, coincident, and it reshapes a whole bunch of this. Now we can go ahead and fill it. And this is a radius of 16, and that's in this corner and that corner. Hit the green check. Now we can go ahead and dimension the rest. So smart dimension. And the inside circle here has a diameter of 38. Notice in the picture it says 2x, meaning both of these circles are the same thing. You could set them to equal, or you could just dimension both of them to 38. Since I had the dimension tool already selected, I thought it was pretty easy just to do it again. Then it shows that one circle to the center of the other circle, so make sure this is a horizontal distance, is a total of 100 away from one another. Now that might have messed up your stuff, okay, just like mine. That's because we haven't actually done the outside yet. So if you select the outside circle, that has a radius of 38. And once you change one of them, it automatically changes the other one. So it's that quick. Okay. Now we can go over to the Features tab, hit Extrude. Let's change this to a distance of 3. And it shows our Z is negative, so that's going to go backwards. Make sure your arrow is pointing backwards. Okay. Hit the green check. Change your material. And here we're going to have to actually edit the material. And it says this is 1350 alloy. So if it's an alloy, you'll notice that it's not going to be in the steel folder. Scrolling down here, you see it says aluminum alloy, copper alloy, titanium, zinc, other. Mainly we will be using aluminum alloys. So that is in the aluminum folder, and the 1350 is in here somewhere. It's right there. So 1350. Select it, hit apply and close. Then you can evaluate and you should get a mass of 68.06 with a negative z in your center of mass. If you got that, you can go ahead and save this as the assignment name. And if you did not get it, go back in and edit your sketch and continue to problem solve until you get this complete.